Right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. Hope everyone had a great weekend. This is Sunday, your Sunday edition. We're looking at Monday's games, but I gotta go through Sunday stuff. So if you look here, all the ones in green were the correct picks for today. I did pick St. Louis. The only game that's going on is St. Louis, and they're winning 5-0 right now. I think it's in the fourth or fifth inning. So looking pretty good. If that's the case, then we went 11-4 today, which was really good except for the fact that I did put out a parlay that I was gonna get them all right. That parlay would have paid $5,400. Well, guess what? I lost because of A's. I always call them the A's, the Braves, Toronto. Come on, guys, work with me here. Yeah, the Colorado one was a horrible pick. They lost like 19-6, but oh well, it is what it is. We'll do it all again. So if you're watching the video, please like it. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you turn on notifications, you'll get notified every time I put out a new show, which should be every night. Because I try to do these so we can bet on every game every night. So currently, my record actually, if the St. Louis wins, it'll be 252 and 167, which puts me at 85 games over 500. So not bad there. Um, all right, so went through those real quick. Rangers did win. Yay. Let's look at Monday's games. So Monday we go into a brand new month, June 1st. See how that goes for all of us here. Rangers traveling to St. Louis, a rematch of the 2011 World Series, which was a horrible, horrible memory for me to this day. I don't know why they keep posting pictures of Nelson Cruz not banging into the wall and making the last catch that will give us the world championship. We had to wait till 2023 to get the first world championship, but you know what? I'm working on getting past that. So Rangers 13-8 on the road. Pitching DeGrom 3.77 ERA. His last two starts, 6 innings, 2 runs, 3 innings, 6 runs. But he's lost all three of them. He's been struggling. Like he gives up runs in the first inning. It is so frustrating to watch as good as he was last season. They've lost his last three outings and they've lost four of his last five starts. The Rangers have won three in a row, and that is because we had Kansas City come into town, and we had to come back in the ninth inning on Saturday. We whipped them today, but we had to hold on. So good series for us, but not the. I mean, we'll see if that takes us forward there. Cardinals 14-14 at home, pitching McGreevy 2.98 ERA. They've lost his last two starts, but prior to that, they won three in a row for him. They did win, or they did win today, or they're winning today. We don't know if they won. It's in the fourth inning, so anything can happen. Um, but prior to that, they lost four or five, partly to the Cubs. And here's the thing: I just feel like DeGrom is not the guy that was pitching for us last year. It pains me to say this, even though the Rangers are favored. It pains me to say that the Cardinals will beat the Cubs today, and then they'll take that momentum and beat the Rangers tomorrow. Can't believe I'm saying that, but underdog pick if that's what you're looking for. Tigers 8-24 on the road, pitching Madden in his last. Let's see, for two appearances, sorry, or three, four appearances. Again, it didn't have starts by him, so I don't know if he started because the last one was 1 inning, no runs, 6 innings, 3 runs. It called them appearances, but they won his last start or his last time out. They had lost the two prior before that. The Tigers have lost four in a row. They got swept by the White Sox, and they lost one to the Angels as well. Rays are 21-6 at home, pitching Jacks 3.60 ERA. They lost his last start, but they won three of the four prior to that. The Rays have been one of the hotter teams, even though they've struggled in the last maybe like week. They've lost a few games here and there, but they did win today, and they've won two of their last three games. So, because of that horrible record that Detroit has on the road, and still, we think it's still the Scooble effect going on here. I got to go with Tampa Bay tomorrow. They're a big favorite, so I'd say they're going to win the game there. Marlins 8-19 on the road. Pitching Alcantara 4.66 ERA. They lost his last two starts, but they did win the two prior. They had a few good things going on there. They did. So here's the crazy part. They beat the Mets last or three series ago, and this last one they just got swept by the Mets. The Marlins have lost 5 games in a row. Not too good there. Nationals 12 and 17 at home, pitching Cavalli, 3.62 ERA. They did win his last start. They lost 3 of the 4 prior to that, so not good. But the Nationals have won 2 in a row against San Diego, a tough San Diego Padres team. So the fact that the Nationals are at home, they got a great record. Marlins been struggling recently. We got to go Nationals to win tomorrow. They're a pretty good favorite there. So let's see. We got Kansas City, 7-20 on the road. And if you thought they were going to be good, you should have watched them here in Arlington. They didn't do well at all. So they lost to the Rangers. You know they're struggling. Pitching Avila tomorrow, 5.06 ERA. They lost his last 4 starts. They lost to the Yankees, Red Sox, and White Sox in those starts. They've lost 6 in a row. They got swept by the Rangers and the Yankees. So I don't know. That's not good for Kansas. Kansas City's got some good players too. I saw them play. I was watching the games. They have good players. They just don't have a good team, and they struggle. They look like it was a comedy of errors out there on the field too. So maybe that was. I haven't seen a lot of Kansas City games. So the Reds are 15 and 14 at home. Pitching Burns 1.96 ERA, super impressive ERA. Five. Let's see. They've won his last 4 starts. He beat Mets, Phillies, and the Nationals. The Reds did win today. They beat the Braves actually, so that was a pretty good win for them. But prior to that, they lost to the Braves. They had lost a couple games to them. So because Kansas City's so bad on the road, we got to go. Yeah, see, even the Reds are a huge favorite in this game, minus 175. But I can see a parlay forming right now. So let's see the Giants. 11 and 20 on the road, pitching Rupp, 3.3 ERA. They've lost his last 5 starts, and he's had some pretty decent starts. They're just not giving the guy run support. He lost to Arizona, the Dodgers, and the Pirates, but they did win today. They destroyed Colorado Rockies 19-6. So that was kind of a lopsided game because Colorado had beaten them the 2 games prior, which tells you how much the Giants are struggling because they did lose their 4 prior to the one they won today. Brewers 19 and 11 at home, one of the top teams in the league. Pitching Drohan tomorrow, 2.63 ERA. It says he has more like appearances than starts. His are like 2 innings and 3 innings here and there, but they did win his last appearance and they won 4 of his 5 appearances. So I don't know if they're starts or appearances, but either way, they're winning. They won today. They had lost. They did lose to the Astros yesterday, but prior to that, they won. They've won 4 of their last 5. So they did beat the Astros. They struggled. I'm gonna say it was a tough series, and they had to come back on Friday to win the game. But the Brewers are still a really good team, and San Francisco is not. Well, they look like it today, but I don't think that's the team there. I got to go Brewers tomorrow to win. So it's a lot of favorites, I know. And these are the first games of a series, right? 2 and 3 games. I think some of these might even be 4 game series. So the first game of the series is always the hardest to me because you're trying to get a feel for like the game, either the team flying into town or the team staying at home. But once the series gets started, I guarantee you, next couple of days, like we'll be going through these and we'll have some huge wins there. So, Rockies 10 and 22 on the road, pitching Freeland 8.08 ERA. Yep, you heard that right. They've lost his last 5 starts. Lost to the Dodgers, lost to the Rangers, lost to the Diamondbacks. The Rockies have lost 1 in a row, which was the one today, 19-6. They had won the 2 prior. They did beat the Giants then. Angels are 12 and 16 at home. Pitches Soriano, 2.65 ERA. They've lost his last 3 starts, and they weren't bad starts. 5 innings, 3 runs, 6 innings, 2 runs. So, but they've lost to the Tigers, the A's, which are not great teams, the Dodgers, good team. They did lose today, and they've lost 3 of their last 5 games. So this is actually, I would probably stay away from this this game. It's a weird game. If I had to pick it, I mean, look at the Angels are a huge favorite, and I don't know why, other than Freeland's got an 8.08 ERA. But still, like it's baseball. Anything can happen. But I mean, I'm going to go Angels if I had to pick it. If I'm parlaying teams, I am not parlaying this one. I'll tell you that much there. That's a weird number. That 199. I don't know if the Angels have ever been favored by that much this season. So I don't know. Go figure that one. But parlaying, remember, stay away. Dodgers, 18 and 10 on the road, pitching Sheehan, 4.70 ERA. Won his last four starts. He beat the Rockies. He's beaten the Padres and the Giants. The Dodgers won today, and they've won four of their last five. They did have a slip up against the A's yesterday, but they've been on a pretty good roll here in the last week, even on the road. Actually, I think all their games were at home though. This past week, Diamondbacks are 18 and 10 at home. There you go, not bad. Pitching Rodriguez, 2.31 ERA. They did win his last two starts. They've won four of his last five starts. Looking pretty good. The bad part is they've lost three. They've lost three in a row. Um, but prior to that, they were winning. But you know what? I don't know why. It's just going on a gut feeling. I'm going Diamondbacks tomorrow. If they win a game against LA, LA coming off the road and Diamondbacks at home, or sorry, LA going on the road. I think the Diamondbacks can win game one. Maybe they don't win the series. That's a pretty good underdog pick there for you. So let's see how that goes. The Mets are 11 and 18 on the road, pitching Manea, 5.56 ERA. They've lost his last two starts. They've lost three of his last four starts, but the Mets have won four in a row, sweeping Miami, who about a week ago they got swept by Miami. So there you go. Doing pretty good. Mariners 17 and 5 at home, pitching Hancock, 2.78 ERA. They've won his last two starts and three of his last four starts. The Mariners have won five in a row, sweeping the Diamondbacks, and they beat the A's as well. So I don't have a choice. I got to do it. I got to go Seattle tomorrow. Even though the Mets are doing pretty good, playing some pretty good baseball, Seattle's playing better. Got Seattle at home. And then the last one, White Sox, 12 and 16 on the road, pitching Sandlin, 1.5 ERA. His last start, actually his only start, 6 innings, 1 run. That's really good. They won that start. They beat Minnesota. And the White Sox have won 5 games in a row. They swept Detroit and they beat Minnesota a couple of games as well. So White Sox are doing pretty good. They're Twins, 15 and 14 at home, pitching Ryan, 2.94 ERA. That's still a good ERA. His last two starts, 7 innings, 2 runs, 6 innings, 1 run. Won his last two starts and won four of his last five starts. So good for him, except for the fact that the Twins have lost five in a row. They got swept by the Pirates and they lost to the White Sox prior to that, which is who they're playing right now. So for that reason, I got to go White Sox. Maybe the White Sox have their number. So we're going White Sox tomorrow. So if you look at here are your picks for Monday. Let's see. We have Angel, no, Diamondbacks dog, St. Louis dog pick, and the Sox a dog pick. So those are the ones you pick those guys, you're gonna double your money there. Some picks that well you could probably put as a parlay. I'd probably go Tampa Bay, get Milwaukee in there. Possibly even Cincinnati because Kansas City's playing that bad. Um, I might not go Seattle. Maybe those three. Maybe you get those three. Maybe Washington. If you're really feeling kind of risque, maybe you go throw Washington in there, get a 14 parlay going. Here's what I looked at. If I bet them all, actually, I only had six. It wouldn't let me bet all, 9 games yet. I will in the morning. It was going to be $1 bet for 6 games will pay you like 100 and something. So I'm guessing for 9 games, it'll probably be up there in the, $1,000, something like that. So we'll see how that goes. But hopefully you have a great start to your week. Well, hopefully your team won today. Mine did. Woo! Thank goodness. Tomorrow, I'm not so sure. Hopefully you had a great weekend. You enjoyed your Sunday, getting ready to start your week off strong. So here are your picks. Good luck with that. And if you decide to bet on baseball tomorrow, I hope you win a ton of money. Have a great one.